The Hunter Biden laptop story. For a long time, they said it was a conspiracy theory. For a long time, they said the laptop doesn't even exist. Well, some journalists decided to do some digging. They discovered the laptop. The whole thing has been exposed. But now, the corporate media are acting like the mafia and organized crime are coming for those who expose the truth. This is what happened at CBS. To Catherine Herridge, the journalist who decided to investigate the Hunter Biden laptop scandal and try to expose the truth. Not only CBS, as a corporate-backed media channel, decided to fire her, but that was supposed to be the job of journalism, to expose the truth, to do investigation. Not only that, they've also decided to, as I said, act like the mafia and seize her assets and her files. Yeah. Colin Rock reported that after firing an investigative reporter, Catherine Herridge, who was investigating the Hunter Biden laptop story, CBS reportedly seized her belongings. Nothing to see here. The network reportedly seized all of her belongings, including files, computers, and most importantly, information on privileged sources. This is what happens when you become more corporatist and big government and big business go hand in hand. Rule of law is not being respected anymore. Nobody cares about the authority because those with power and money, they call the shots. Jonathan Turley said that a former CBS manager who also spoke on condition of an anonymity said that he never heard of anything like this. He attested to the fact that in past departures, journalists took all of their files and office contents. Indeed, the company would box up everything from cups to post-its for departing reporters. He said that the holding of the material was outrageous and clearly endangered confidential sources. I mean, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. So many of these stories have not been reported. When whistleblowers, for example, did something, or anybody else who was just trying to do their job from these corporate entities, especially in corporate America. This happens on a regular basis. Big Pharma had a number of people, whistleblowers, who tried to tell the truth, and they also got into a lot of trouble. They've disappeared. We don't even know where they are. Now, there is a trouble brewing at BlackRock, the headquarters of CBS, after obviously the firing of Catherine Herridge. And many of us, and this is according to The Hill, many of us were shocked after Herridge was included in layoffs this month. But those concerns have increased after CBS officials took the unusual step of seizing her files, computers and records, including information on privileged sources. The position of CBS has alarmed many, including the union, as an attack on free press principles by one of the nation's most esteemed press organizations. The only problem for these big entities is that with access to information, the rise of new media, alternative media, social media information, we are now exposing them. All this stuff was happening for a long time. Years and years ago it started happening. Corruption in the name of the rule-based society. But it was already happening. But now we're able to expose them. For example, what happened yesterday with Google and their new AI engine that was a little bit woke, let's just say. That got exposed. Google has now had to shut it down and make U-turns. Obviously, not willingly, but they had to be forced to do it. Every single time something happens, something bad happens, you must expose it. You must put pressure on it because that's exactly what they do. If you don't do anything, they are the ones who are putting pressure on you and your life. Look what happened with the debanking scandal in the UK with Nigel Farage and many others who haven't even been named and who didn't have the platform and the power that Nigel Farage has. This has to be talked about on behalf of all those silent victims of cancellation and bullying.